Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening, depends where you are located in the world. I'm Pascal Bibo and product manager at Hybrid Software. And on behalf of our company, Hybrid Software, I welcome you to this innovation packed session of PACKZ 11. So this is all about PACKZ 11. And for those people that would like to upgrade to this version, well, first of all, you will get a notification in your application very soon if, of course, your maintenance contract is lasting beyond the 1st of July 2025. For those people that are interested in having automation with PACKZ 11 using PACKZ Flow within the ClowFlow Enterprise workflow solution, then you will have to have ClowFlow 2509 standing for September this year. And if you are still searching a free application for instance viewing of complex multi-page PDF file, well, think about PACKZ View and go to view.hybridsoftware.com, register and get your software and licenses over there. In this web session, in this newsroom, I'm going to talk about PACKZ 11 and PACKZ Max, a groundbreaking innovation that is redefining RIP technology. We are going to talk about the extended CF2 file format for structural data. I'm also going to talk about the GS1 Sunrise 2027 initiative. And we are going to end with text detection tool powered by artificial intelligence. So, are you ready? Oh, I just said you are all on mute. So I am ready. So let's have a look what PACKZ 11 is going to bring. And for the very first time in the history of PDF editing for label and packaging prepress, Hybrid Software is bringing a groundbreaking innovation that for many of you here in the audience is going to redefine how you are going to look to RIP technology. Because we are introducing PACKZ Max, a first of its kind solution that actually allows you to instantly rip the content of a PDF file within the PDF editor on your workstation and even output directly to the plate setter that you have in your company. So for Flexo Prepress service agents, you will have solutions to endlessly see the printing dot in your PDF editor, but also for small and medium converters, you don't actually need to invest in separate server hardware and software to rip just this low volume of plates that you actually need per day. The benefits of your company are going to be that you can instantly do a quality control on the screening before you are going to go to the plate department for service agents, but you will also be able to change your screen sets promptly towards the artwork elements that you will have, such as drop shadows, shadings, but also you will be able to adapt the artwork and instantly see how the screening is going to react. So let's have a look to this innovation that we bring with PACKZ 11. And for that, I'm simply going to switch to my PACKZ 11, where I actually opened a very simple file. In other words, you have separation, cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and two spot colors. And everybody that will upgrade to PACKZ 11 will have standard in the file menu a new option in there, which is called ripping. Just click on it, and it will come with two tab windows where you can actually find defined parameters that are important to make output to plate setters or actually to view the ripped output. You will set your resolution like 2540, or 4000 or 5080 or even higher resolutions if you want. You can change the orientation. You can set the distortion or the polarity, negative output or even mirrored output, along with the compression of the 1-bit TIFF that can be output directly from PACKZ. Of course, it's not only the resolution and the polarity, it's all about the ruling that you will apply. For instance, a 150 lines per inch dot, yeah, round dot over here, or even velvet screening, yeah, which is the hybrid screen that allows you to create gradients that fade out to zero or very high quality drop shadows as well. Or if you want to define per separation the ruling, the dot shape, and iterate, for instance, over flexo angles, you can set it also into the separation tab. To prevent that, you have to set all these parameters again. You can actually store everything in presets, and everybody that has PACKZ 11 can preview output. So if I click the open preview, instantly you will see that a new window is going to apply. And thanks to the synchronization possibilities that I have in PACKZ, I can actually already go into it, zoom in, yeah, and you will see the screening appearing over here. Any modification into the file, for instance, changing the color yeah, to 50% of this object, will instantly result as well in a modification in your screened preview. So, in other words, if I do not want to use presets in the RIP with my screen definition, and I want to apply object-based screening, meaning that on every single object into the artwork, you can apply with PACKZ Max and with PACKZ different screen sets, well, then you can just take advantage of this. So let me allow, for instance, to select these spot color vignettes, for instance, and let me show you already what I have defined beforehand. I can use the curves in PACKZ to actually create powerful linearization curves for my plate setter. I can also make dot gain compensation files towards reference curves, for instance, if you were towards a standard. And you can also control the minimum dot and maximum dot through the curves already using PACKZ. But what can you do as well? Going to your assets that contain all your critical information, such as screen sets, and I'm going to create a ClowFlow screen set by typing the name, taking over the separations of my document, and through the disclosure triangle, I'm saying, look, I want to have ClowFlow velvet screening. I want to have a round dot shape. I want to have it at 150 lines per inch. I want to have a dot that is not bigger than 20 micron, and my transition should start at 5%. Last but not least, I can take flexo angles, and I just have to select the artwork elements and apply it on it. So I can clearly have indicators where my screening is applied to. I can see in the output as well that I have one screen set applied. So the CMYK is going to use my other object-based screening or the predefined screening in your PACKZ Max RIP preset. But if I would have a look right now, if velvet screening is applied on the job, then you will actually see, yes, it has applied it. And if I would go to my transition point, you will see indeed that it starts around 5%. Again, every change that you are going to do into your object-based screening, whether changing the ruling, for instance, or changing the minimum dot or the transition point, is going to result in an instant modification as well in your preview, and you will instantly see that on screen as well. Now that you have seen PACKZ Max, you probably wonder how does it look and how fast it would be on a production job. And therefore, I have also a production job prepared for you, where I'm going to take a tabular step and repeat of a flexible package. I just open it on the screen over here, and where using object-based screening, I have set different screen sets over here. So let's zoom in on this area. You will see that I have regular imagery, but I also have a drop shadow that is only into my black channel. So I can go now to File, RIP. I can export immediately into the spooler folder of my plate setter, or I can simply request PACKZ to generate a preview so that I can expect the quality of my screening onto my job. And whenever it's ready or not, I can simply zoom in on the area and see in just a couple of seconds the result on the screen. There you go. I'm just going to zoom in. Up. And here you can clearly see on the reddish area, I'm using just my round flexo screen while I'm using the Cloflow RIP velvet screening in my drop shadow to guarantee the highest quality. So this first of its kind solution for the packaging industry will come standard in every PACKZ 11, meaning if you have a maintenance, just upgrade and have a look what you can do. You can rip at any resolution. You can have any dot shape, also velvet screening in the viewing. You can have object-based screening on every single element of your artwork. You can compensate it with dot gain compensation and with reference curves, and also you can control the minimum dot and maximum dot. If you want to make optional output of 1-bit TIFF files to your plate setters, take into account that you can do that there is no need for additional server hardware in which you are going to install extra RIP server software as well. So before I go to the next topic, I'm going to check in the questions and answers if you have posted something. And I see some people have posted it already. So let's have a look. Is it possible in PACKZ Max to use a plate engraving curve previously created on another platform? The answer is yes. So PACKZ has possibilities, of course, to import curve and engraving curves as well from its own solutions like Cloflow RIP, but we also have possibilities to import from other application and RIP technology. So then an anonymous attendee is asking, can you generate LEN files? No, the answer is we are not generating proprietary file formats. So 1-bit TIFF is the open standard to communicate with plate setters and image setters. That brings me to the next topic. Hybrid software is also going to extend the open file format CF2 that is very popular in structural design application and of course in the folding carton industry. But hybrid software is not alone. We have technology partners, and all of our partners, we want to work with open solutions. We do not want to lock people into proprietary file format, because when we are providing open technology, we know that everybody can use it, and that you as user in PACKZ will become more efficient and also independent in choosing for which solutions you have to go, and not going to be locked in a proprietary ecosystem. So let's have a look, what does that actually mean within PACKZ? And before doing that, I'm going to open another document. For instance, this folding carton that I just preview here on the screen. If I would go to my ISO processing steps that allow me to tag content of my design, then I have tagged that I have dimensions, but I also tagged that I have cutting lines in red and also bending lines, that needs creases for facilitating the folding of a flat carton into a folded carton. So what can I do? Through the processing steps, I can actually easily select all these bending lines. I can go into it. So there you go, one moment. I'm just going to deselect and just select them. yeah, I can go within my prepress menu and cat line information, and I can say, look, I want to fold these creasing lines over 90 degrees, and I want to do it in several steps. Yeah, so in the first step, I'm going to bend everything to 90 degrees, but this particular flap over here that I'm going to select, I want to bend that in a second phase to 45 degrees. And let's have a look what this is going to mean. So that means that whenever I'm going to export now a die and I'm going to choose the CF2 file format, yeah, that this exported CF2 file, when opening into an editor, you will find this information instantly as well within the extended CF2. The extended CF2 is compatible, yeah, with any CF2 file reader, yeah, and also business partners like Engview and Arden Software are providing already extended CF2 files in which folding angles, yeah, and folding orders are going to be available. And that means as well, thanks to this technology, that we are going to facilitate as well later on this year in the new version of IC3D, that we can take that extended CF2 file as well, import it into IC3D, yeah, and instantly get unfolded carton as well, and eventually if you want to add animate as well, make it available for you. And that explains how hybrid software and the technology partners are gradually extending open file formats to make you more efficient and independent. So there is a question coming in if this technology will work in the future for flexible packaging as well. Well, it's an open format, so if that anonymous attendee could write why he would like to use it, yeah, I may have an opinion about it, yeah, but I can think about many possibilities as well to use it for flexible packaging. So my answer would be, why not? That brings me as well to the next topic in my presentation. And it's going to go about the many enhancements to standard prepress editing. In the introduction, I was talking about the GS1 Sunrise 27 initiative, or in other words, a global initiative by brand owners and label and packaging industry that are changing the way how consumers are going to eat, shop, and live. Because the Sunrise 27 initiative is actually all about the transition from 1D linear barcodes to 2D QR barcodes. If it's still not ringing a bell, well, then let's demonstrate it to you. So I'm going to open a folding carton, for instance, that contains a linear barcode. Well, I'm living in Europe, so the chance that I'm going to see an EAN barcode that is generated with the barcode manager in PACKZ is very high. And within PACKZ, we are facilitating the transition to the GS1 Sunrise by allowing into a drop-down to actually convert your barcode linear to a 2D barcode data matrix, digital link, or a QR barcode just by a single click. Hup, I click it, and using the standard, it's going to generate the GS1 data matrix. So that's how we are facilitating that transition and showing you with a single click on how fast this transition can be made. But that's not all of it. If you are searching solutions to actually scrap all the text out of a label or a package, well, then with PACKZ 11, we are introducing solutions as well, and we let us guide as well by the power of artificial intelligence. So let me allow to open a label to show you what it is all about. Yeah. So in my recent documents, I have here something available. And as you can see here, yeah, if I go to my outline, you will see that all of my text is actually part of an image. Yeah. And for your information, yeah, the image has been made at 600 dpi. It can be also 100 dpi, 72 dpi. But within PACKZ 11, you are going to find a new tool under the text editing, which is called text detection. I can simply activate it and in an automatic or in a language specific way, yeah, request to, in my image, for instance, yeah, detect the text that is available. Here, I just drag a rectangle over this Chinese simplified text. And whenever I'm going to release it and it's switching to a regular text and creating a text line in which I'm going to copy and also indicate a font that is able to process Chinese characters, I can get all my text yeah, back alive, and actually I can format it in the way I want to format. So we can actually in PACKZ 11 scrap text that is or outlined already or part of an image. You just simply activate the text detection tool. Yeah, you hover over the text that you want to take. Yeah, big or small, high resolution, low resolution, or even on curved areas. And you will see we can detect all of this. Yeah, and in this way, I highlighted how we also, in many standard prepress editing tools that we already have in PACKZ, yeah, apply enhancements and new functionality powered, for instance, by artificial intelligence. So the key takeaways for this PACKZ 11 launch event here is that Pax Max is the in-RIP solution, yeah, and a first kind of solution of having RIP technology in a PDF editor for label and packaging. It allows you to standard RIP and view, yeah, the final output on a plate within your editor on your workstation. And from your workstation, you can actually output all your separations in 1-bit TIFF file format to your plate setter spooler, or you are going to simply make a selection. The technology providers, Engview, Arden Software, Kongsberg, and many other companies are going to adopt the extended CF2 file format. In this first version, we are taking bending information, but we can extend it with any kind of production information that is related to folding carton, for instance. Let's talk about the fiber direction, for instance. I talked about the GS1 Sunrise 2027 initiative and how easy it's going to be to convert a linear barcode into a 2D QR or data matrix barcode. And I also showed you how artificial intelligence is introduced in PACKZ 11 for text detection and scrapping text out of images. So I would say, don't miss this innovation-packed version of PACKZ 11 and seize the opportunity to leverage all the powerful new tools and features. So for the last time, I'm going to go to the Q&A section of this event and see if more questions are asked. So one of the person is making greetings from Brazil. Well, greetings from the hot and sunny 35 degrees Belgium. Yeah. Yeah, so there is a question if PACKZ 11 is going to be integrated with MyClowFlow. The answer is, of course, we are going to integrate it into MyClowFlow sooner or late. So if you still have questions, don't hesitate to ask them. Nevertheless, if you would have questions about PACKZ 11, well, don't hesitate as well to contact your local technical hybrid software team or our distributors and resellers that work together with promoting and installing and helping you running your label and packaging business. But if you want to meet up with us, come to one of our events in the upcoming weeks. We have Impact in Latin America. But if you want to see me in person, then I will show up at Label Expo in Europe, Barcelona. I hope you will not show up in Brussels. I will be in Barcelona. Okay. So, but for now, I would say thank you very much for your attention. It's a record-breaking event, and I hope to see you soon again in upcoming events, on-site, in exhibitions, or even online. Goodbye. Bye.